So mind you, I know I say mind you a lot. Um, so now I'm on a mission to find a place that's not gonna check my credit because I still have the two evictions on my credit. So I gotta find somebody that's not gonna look at my credit and just gonna take Catholic charities. They're gonna pay for my deposit and everything. So I'm on a mission. So 2 weeks, all of a sudden, the second person I had, because he knows my due date, and he knows I have a car, whatever. Because I was like, I got a car now, so whenever you want me to drop off the girls, let me know. But I never told him like I was leaving the shelter at this time either. I just said I got a car. But then again, I got my taxes too, so he thought he was gonna finesse me out of some money to give to him. Where? Where? I'm sorry, no sir. So he starts being nice to me, starts texting me, starts checking up on his girls, asking me how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and then one day he's like, so I'm like dry replying, not really taking it seriously. You know, I got other shit I need to take care of right now. Like I'm not really on that whatever you're on. So one day he asks me, can he drop me off? Can I drop him off to work? What time do I have to be to work? Because he needs a ride to work. I'm like, don't your girlfriend got a car? Or don't y'all all share her mama car? And he's like, oh, there you go, trying to be petty. I said, no, but aren't you staying with her? Like, don't y'all all share the car? Because he used to complain to me that Cece's mom used to go off on him because of the way, like when he gets in the car, he pushes the seat all the way back, and she gets tired of, having to adjust the seat. And he's like, no, I left. I said, what do you mean you left? What do you mean you left? He's like, I don't stay with them no more. He's like, yeah, they were accusing me of stealing money out of her mom's room, which I believe it. Because like I said, he's done it to me. So he's like, they all got into a big argument, so now he stays with his cousin. This is the same cousin or best friend that he told his baby mama that I was his auntie with, and the one that was trying to sleep with Khadijah for years. They ended up sleeping together. We found he eventually told me that like they ended up sleeping together, but that's a whole nother story. Um, so I'm like, but y'all just had a baby. He's like, yeah, I know, but I told you I didn't like staying with them. I already told you like I just didn't like it over there. But we're just, it's all about our daughter right now. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna give me some gas money, I'll take you to work too. I mean, you're on the way to the kid, like you're on my way to, like getting my going to work. So yeah, I could drop you off, but you gotta have gas money. He's like, okay, I ain't got no problems. I'll give you gas money. So that's how we start getting back cool. But it was not no sexual thing or anything like that. We were just really cool with each other. So when I pick him up at his cousin's house or whatever, I think at this time this is gonna be my like third or fourth time inside the apartment. So when I go in there, like it really shows like he's in there by himself. So I'm not thinking. So now I'm like, okay, maybe he's telling the truth. But then again, I'm like, maybe it's his homeboy. Maybe it's somebody else that says in his room he's lying. So when I pick him up, like now we getting, cool. He's asking me, do I still stay in the shelter? Yeah, blase swaze. So now I end up finding a place that will take me and the kids, but it's twice the deposit, and then he was like, I think I wouldn't be able to move in until after like the week after, because they already had scheduled my C-section because I had two C-section prior, so they wasn't gonna let me do. And I was perfectly fine with that. Now I got a date of when I'm gonna give birth to my baby. Um, so so now I'm on crunch time to tell my job. So it was like they won't have the place ready until like so I was like, look, like can you have the place ready before this time because I'm scheduled to have my baby this time, so I need to be in that apartment because I know I'm going to be on my last violation and the shelter's going to kick me out. So Catholic Charities worked with them. They ended up having um me sign the lease and everything way before I had to give birth. So I go to my manager at the time. That's why I appreciate her, even though she used to get on my nerves. She was a true blessing. I can honestly say a lot of my supervisors were true blessings because I think because they liked me and had so much respect for me, I think that's why they let me get away with a lot of stuff. And plus, I was a good employee. I really didn't cause no trouble. Like I didn't gossip all the time. Yeah, people would come and talk to me and all that other stuff, but I really didn't try to cause trouble. I tried to do my best. I always try to do my best at work. So I take her into the conference room and I sit there like for 5 minutes, like, she's like, Ludi, just tell me. I was like, I don't know how to tell you this. So I was in my mind trying to come up with some story about like how I didn't know I was pregnant before, like I was just trying to no other I don't even remember what I told her at this point. I think I told her like, yeah, I thought I had a miscarriage or it was a ectopsy, however you say it. I, outside the womb and I didn't know I was pregnant. Da, 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 da. But I ended up telling her like, yeah, I'm pregnant and I'm gonna give birth within the next 3 weeks. And 3 weeks or 2 weeks. And her mouth dropped. Like I said, she was like, you don't even look. I said, I know, I just look really fat. And she just started laughing. She was like, no, but I'm not trying to say it like that. But I'm like, just I was like, I know, and plus I was wearing really big clothes, so you wouldn't have seen the formation of my stomach like that. She's like, are you just saying this because we had another person do that? Like they said it was something else, and it really wasn't. And no, I'm like, I'm serious. Like I'm really like pregnant or whatever. So I was like, but I don't want nobody in the office to know, like, cause I wasn't close with nobody like that. Even the girl like that I started with, she was cool and everything, but like she was the one that I was talking about. Like she would catch a lot of my mistakes and then tell her trainer like, oh, she keep catching my mistake and like it's very annoying. I'm like, so I knew like just kind of like keep my distance from people like that because instead of just like telling me like, hey, you're hey, like just to make sure you're good, but you keep putting this in the wrong spot. You forgetting to flip this over. That's all it takes. You doing all that whispering, what's that gonna solve?